Hello and welcome to another second channel video, and this time we were counting my top 5 male and female characters of One Piece. Without further ado, let's go right ahead with this compilation of sorts. Without further ado, let's go dive right in. Hello again and welcome to my brand new top 5 video. In this top 5 we will be counting my top 5 One Piece female characters. Yo, I made plenty of One Piece top One Piece female characters on this channel, but it's always top 10. But this time, let's narrow it down even further to 5, because I have been making more top 5 because I love top 5 because I can really go deeper into like talking about each character. So you know what? This time we're gonna be counting top 5 One Piece female character. Without further ado, let's start, shall we? Number 5, Forget the Rouge, the lover of Goldie Roger, the former or the king of the pirates. I mean, appearance-wise, she is quite a beauty, and yet she has one of the most amazing, heart-wrenching, beautiful backstory lore. I mean, she literally misled the entire world into not thinking that she's carrying the baby of the king of the pirate. Like, come on, she carried her baby in her belly for 20 months and thus misleading the world government. That alone is a feat on its own. And when she finally gave birth, she died because, of course, it takes a whole lot of willpower and life force to just pull off a stunt like that. So you know what? For that respect, I put Fort Gatsby Rouge one of my top 5 One Piece female characters. Amazing characters, of course, respectable woman of One Piece. And without further ado, let's proceed on to number 4. I mean, a recent character from a recent arc of One Piece, Jenny. I mean, she kind of looked good. She's gorgeous AF, and the fact that she was there thick and thin to support Kuma in all his struggles. Like, I'm just so sad that she never got married to Kuma. I mean, Kuma wanted to marry her. Not gonna lie, Kuma wanted to marry Jenny, but the thing is, Kuma was just afraid that, well, she might get victimized. She might get the same treatment as what happened to Kuma's mom. So that's why he thought if he loved Ginny, he's just not gonna marry her just to protect her from that future. So kind of tragic love story. Maybe in another lifetime they could have been a family together with Bonnie and Kuma. So you know what? Just because she was there to stick up for her man, and freaking she suffered all that, and even to all her sufferings, she still cared enough to Kuma and Bonnie as well. So you know, respect to Ginny, and that's why she serves my number 4 spot on my list. This is like an all-time favorite right here too. Like, when I make a top 5 or top 10 list, this is gonna be like an all-time favorite. And damn it, she may be like a new character that has been revealed in the recent chapter, but she really cemented her character as one of my all-time favorites. I mean, seriously, I mean, the first time she was introduced was when she was a child, right? And she literally misled not only the Marines, but the freaking pirates of beyond. Oh my goodness, she got the skills, she has the intelligence, she has the appearance, she has the freaking personality, bro. And this is why she's part of my all-time favorite. She is just, from the moment she was introduced, the moment she passes on, she was just an overall amazing character. And that's why she's number 4 on my list. Let's proceed into number 3. You get the picture of my list. Where, I mean, literally, with Portugas de Rouge and Guinea. Both of them are supportive of their love, and they're protective of them too. And Bawa is the same way. And the funny thing about Bawa and Cap is the entire world of One Piece is simping over her. But she's simping for the one person that doesn't simp for her. So, you know what? Despite that fact, she still sticks up for Luffy. And just the fact that she has a huge poster of probably an altar, admiring him as a god, kind of god figure. So, yeah, I mean, appearance-wise, she's literally the most beautiful. She's regarded as the most beautiful woman and the most beautiful woman in the One Piece world. So of course, and the fact that she's also really supportive of Luffy. She's been there supporting Luffy throughout the whole 3D2Y kind of backstory or like montage. So you know what? Just for that, she's enough. She's worthy enough to be part of my top 5 kind of list. So another thing that I love about Bawa Hanka is her backstory is quite a sad one, but it's also like this world building kind of thing of how dark the One Piece world can be. Like, she literally was enslaved. Her hatred of man kind of makes sense. She was abused by men in Marijoa. She was a slave of the Tenryubito. Of course, it makes sense for her character to be that way to the extreme. And then again, her sisters was also enslaved, but to a degree, Bawa Hancock was just too much, too extreme. Her hatred was too extreme. And yet, for me, I feel it endearing of her as well. So, you know what? Her backstory is proof of how dark the One Piece world can be. How the Tenryubito really need to go down by the end of One Piece. So, overall, character, design, and overall lore and exposition, Bawa Hancock is just in a league of her own and will forever remain my all-time favorite One Piece female character. Without further ado, let's proceed into number 2. Number 2. Do I really need to explain why she is in this list? I mean, is it even a top 10 or a top 5 female One Piece characters if there's no Nico Robin on it? I mean, come on, like, Enies Lobby is proof enough. And like, the one thing I'm looking forward in Alba, the coming arc in One Piece, is like her meeting up with Salagan, her one best friend in the entire world, Saul. So you know what? Her backstory, very saddening. And of course, the fact that we need her to become king of the pirates, for Luffy to become king of the pirates. And one of the goals that I really want Robin to fulfill, like one of the goals of Orchestra that I really want for them to fulfill, just Robin into the celestial ground, to the world government, and justice for the O'Haran scholars. I mean, I kind of want the O'Haran scholars to at least have justice in them. Justice served for being annihilated, you know, like, she carries the will of O'Hara too. So overall, Robin, another thing about Robin is the kind of lady that you would just have a treat, like take her out to a coffee shop, have a nice coffee and donuts with her. Like, her favorite drink is coffee, I said. So you know what? Can I just, as a coffee lover myself, Robin, can I take you out in a coffee date? If I were Isekai in the One Piece world, I would literally take Nico Robin out for a coffee date. Just saying out with the Nico Robin. Honestly, she's just that out of the Straw Hat ladies, Nami and Nico Robin, she just oozes in like mature aura. Just saying, she just have that mature aura in there where you can just take her out on the coffee date. And you just want to hang out with her more. So you know what? Nico Robin, top 2 on my list. Without further ado, Let's proceed to number one. I mean, I mean, Robin was number two. Of course, this is kind of inevitable for me to talk about Nami. I mean, is it even a top 5, top 10 One Piece female character without Nami and Nico Robin on? I mean, they're literally the most well written, well developed female characters in all of One Piece. Well, duh, they're part of the main cast. They're part of the freaking main cast. Of course, Nami and Robin is gonna be here from backstory, appearance, fan service, freaking movesets. Oh my goodness, everything with Nami is just wonderful. Like her dynamic with the crew, how she kind of is, or no, she is the crew's manager. It's just like that comedy. The comedy writes itself every time she interacts with Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji. The comedy writes itself. I mean, come on now, come down. Like Nami is just lovable. For me, Nami is just one of my favorite female characters of One Piece. Just by the interaction she had with the Straw Hats, so character dynamics, and her even her design. That's not even taken for account her backstory. Her backstory is one of the darkest and saddest backstory in all of One Piece. Just saying, like she literally watched her adoptive mother gets killed right in front of her, and still she was fighting for her village to be free. Like with that kind of backstory just makes you cry, yeah. And that tear-jerking moments in this picture right here, where she just asked Luffy whether she felt helpless against Arlong. She just has to ask for help. It's just one of my favorite, still one of my favorite moments in One Piece. So, number one, no beating it. I still love Nami. That would be my top 5 One Piece female characters. And hello, and welcome everybody to another top 5 on my YouTube channel. This time, I'm going to be counting my top 5 One Piece male character. Last time we did the top 5 female characters of One Piece. This time, it's a male characters this time. So without further ado, as for any of my top 5 or top 10 lists, this top 5 is based 100% on my opinion. So if you don't agree, please leave them in the comment section below and let's get this discussion going. Furthermore, if you do like this content, if you want more, please do leave a like and subscribe. I do a lot of anime, Pokemon, and non-Pokemon related content on my YouTube channel, so you can check my content out. Without further ado, let's dive on into number 5. Sir Crocodile. I mean, aesthetic, but I mentioned it a couple of times. I love Crocodile's aesthetic and motivation and freaking plot when he was first introduced in Alabasta. I love all of his aesthetic, his design, and like his plot. And the fact is, I also love his a little bit of backstories. He used to be a proactive kind of Luffy, kind of pirates where he just move forward to his goal, but he encountered a roadblock, and that roadblock for him was what cemented him to like pivot a little bit to a more Machiavellian kind of sneaky way possible to claim the One Piece, have the most powerful militaristic force. And that roadblock is Whitebeard, and his interaction with Whitebeard throughout, like Marineford, like dude, he was just trying to gun them down the first time. And the first thing he arrived to Marineford, he was trying to gun down Whitebeard because he foiled his goal initially, and then he was forced to start to zero. So yeah, I just love everything about Crocodile. His initial kind of introduction, even now, I love that he is one of the force that still threatens this world through Crossguild. Like, he is literally funding the entire operation of Crossguild right now. So, for me, Sir Crocodile will always be one of my all-time favorite male characters in One Piece. Without further ado, let's proceed to number four. Number four, the suave cook of the Straw Hat Pirates, Vince Smoke, Sanji. I mean, honestly, the only thing that I don't like about Sanji is his simp demeanor. But then again, that at this point in time, it is kind of like a kind of quirk, a character quirk at this point in time. But initially, I did not like Sanji because of that simp demeanor. But overall, just like how Usopp kind of grew on me, Sanji's simp demeanor kind of grew on me, and seeing his design, his freaking suave design, and the way his character is written, and heck, the way Big Mom's or the whole Cake Island arc was centered around them, his backstory, what he went through, and how and why he always wants to protect the women, and it makes sense for his character. This is why started from like the whole Cake Island arc. I actually fell in love with his character. It makes sense for him to always protect the women because the two strong female characters in his life from childhood protected him from his brother and from his father. So, of course, he would protect the women more. And initially, just meeting Zeph just cemented that in his brain. Like, freaking Zeph was like, Sanji, you always have to protect the ladies. Like, I think I remember that quote in one of like Sanji's many backstory, where Zeph told them, "You always have to respect women, Sanji." And with that being said, that's how our chivalrous kind of cook, pervert as they may be, respected women and always will protect them. So, for me, that kind of chivalry and character writing and backstory and what he went through just cemented him as one of my top 5 favorite One Piece male characters on my list. So without further ado, let's proceed to number 3. Roro Noah Zoro. I mean, Roro Noah Zoro I love because he is literally just one badass swordsman, right? And yet he is like one of Luffy's most loyal crew members. And despite his serious kind of demeanor, he has like comedic or comedy relief kind of character quirk, like him getting lost all the time, his interaction with the Straw Hats, his everything about it, and the fact is, I also love his like upbringing and like his backstory where he just wants to be the greatest swordsman in the world to honor his rivalry with Kuina, which is long past. Like for me, that is just everything about Zoro is just lovable. Her character quirks, her interaction with Straw, her ideals, and he also have like chivalry as well. Like he will not attack the weak unless, of course, if they disrespected, and even if they disrespected him, he will hold back if he knows that the person in question is weaker than him. So for me, Roro Noah Zoro will always be also number 3, or will always be in the top 5 beloved characters of mine, like top 5 male characters in One Piece for me. So without further ado, let's proceed into number 2, shall we? Now this one is a recent addition on this list, Bartholomew Kuma. Man, I never put Bartholomew Kuma in one of my top 10 One Piece characters, but now that we finally get the depths of how well he was written, his backstory, how he endures a lot of things like being separated with the woman he loves, being the one who sacrificed everything for his daughter, like everything he went through and everything he did to help out the Straw Hats. Like, respect. I cannot emphasize that enough. Respect for the man, Bartholomew Kuma. And this is very fitting too because my last top 5, I also mentioned Genie as well. Respectable woman. What a respectable woman she is. So yeah, the fact that Bartholomew Kuma is number 2 on this list, like That is just amazing. Amazing. Both your parents' bonding are just respectable. So without further ado, let's proceed into number one. Number one. I mean, you see this guy on my YouTube shorts. You know I freaking love Monkey D. Luffy. Out of the big three, Ichigo, Naruto, Monkey D. Luffy is my favorite. Granted, I do love Ichigo. I also love Naruto Uzumaki, but Monkey D. Luffy is just my favorite out of all of them. Like, come on now. Like, how can you not love Monkey D. Luffy's infectious smile, infectious laugh, and like his sense of adventure? Like, my favorite moment of Luffy is every time he goes to like a new island, like Skypiea for instance. Like when they was going to like that knock-up stream, right? And like Luffy's smile and like excitement and going to the Sky Island is just so infectious. Like I freaking love it. Like when they were going to Reverse Mountain, and freaking Luffy was just like, wow, we really made it. We made it to the same seas as Shanks. Like his lines, his smile, his demeanor back then was freaking lovable, and that cemented Luffy. Those moments cemented Luffy as one of my favorite protagonists in shonen of all time. So number one, nothing's beating my boy Monkey D. And that's a wrap. Thank you guys so much for watching. And yes, if you focus or binge a lot of my content, I'm pretty much very transparent on who my favorite characters are. So I feel like if this is any other creators, it would definitely much be harder to tell. But for me, I'm very much transparent on who I like as a character. So yes, without further ado, let's get this discussion going. Who are your favorite One Piece characters in the comment section below? And like I always say, have yourself a damn good one, and see you in the next video. Bye.